Yes, respected friends, welcome, salutations, gratitudes, congratulations, wishes, and prayers. Are we satisfied in our Loka Seva through our Dharma? Are we understanding glory of way of life according to Sanatana Dharma and sincerely attempting to live accordingly and do the prachara of it at least to the next generation? Are we matured with sufficient viveka and vairagya from the world? Is the bhakta in us is aware of the Bhagavan, Mahima of Bhagavan, and doing what is to be done? In me, how strong is the Shishya to the Guru? How much is the Mumukshata in me growing day by day? The true maturity is knowing what is the bandhanam and wanting to come out of that bandhanam. That want to come out of bondage is called mukti ichha, called as mumukshata. Moktam ichha mumukshata. Then jnatam ichha jignasa, how much it is growing in us. And all this is initiated, sustained, strengthened till the ultimate is achieved through the Shravanam. Therefore, how much our Shrota in us is full of enthusiasm, full of willingness, full of the attempts, full of all sacrifices that are required to accomplish this Shravanam regularly. So, too, this all depend on our decision that basically we are Adhyatmika Sadhakas. That Sadhakatva again is a very necessary quality. मैं साधक हूँ, you know, in the other worldly identities, we can have simultaneously 7 8 identities. Justify all of them, required also for Vyavahara. Once we come to spirituality, all those identities, identity related duties become minimal. And all the time, sadhakatva identity, duties for the sadhaka have to become increasingly increasing day by day. So, someone is a husband or a father or a son. So, these are all the Vyavaharik identities. There are duties. So, when he is with the wife as a husband, seva, whatever, with the children as a father, all चलता है व्यवहार में. Even साधना काल में भी चलता है, but only to the extent of minimum to be done. You can't just like that give it up. Only the new things not creating is our greatest matured purushartha. Apart from that, whatever is due to us because of our already earned past things, we need not avoid. Just go through. But relentlessly, aham sadhakosmi, this thought has to be entertained. इतना कर लो, like businessman 24 घंटे. He is aware that he is a businessman. He is engrossed in it, isn't it? Except those few hours of rest or here and there some obligations, quickly comes back to his business only. Every professional person also comes back to his profession just if any obligations are to be done, usko karke. We have to also become professionally spiritual. Spirituality should become our exclusive main business. I am the sadhaka. Sadhya is Paramatma. Then these three things are the Yatna Shila, the one who is always putting efforts. To put efforts, we have to have the Prerana, therefore Prerita Vyaktitva. All these, if we do in a hurry bari, it will be hodgepodge, it will be a tiring thing. स्पिरिचुअलिटी में थकना नहीं चाहिए क्योंकि लॉन्ग टाइम करना पड़ता है उसको. लाइक व्हेन यू गो फॉर अ बिग क्लाइंब, लेट अस से वैष्णो देवी और केदारनाथ, थकना चाहिए, वहाँ थकना नहीं चाहिए. And what is the way of नहीं थकना? One, don't stop. Second, don't walk with long strides or speed. आराम से rhythmically taking the Lord's name, tuning it with the breath and Lord's name, and one by one step put are so much in coordination, resonance, that you are not feeling that tiredness and exhaustion. Is the trick of traveling. I तो discovered बाबा, इतनी यातनाएं किए. तो आराम से, डोंट कंपेयर विथ अदर्स. कोई भाग रहा है, कोई दौड़ रहा है, नो. है ना? जैसे गाड़ियों के पीछे लिखा रहता है, स्पेशली बिहाइंड द लारीस, है ना, व्हेन अदर्स ट्राई टू ओवरटेक और कॉन्क द हॉर्न, व्हाट लिखा रहता है? अपने औकात समझो. सो नोइंग आवर औकात, our age, our all of those things, bodily heaviness and all, आराम से एक कदम लगाया लगाया, इनहेल कर रहे, एक्सहेल कर रहे. शिव मंदिर है तो ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय माइंड में, बाहर नहीं कहना, फिर एनर्जी जाता है उससे. So if you get tired, how do you get tired? When you are in a hurry, when you are too much anxious and excited, when there is no rhythm, there is no planning. So to rhythm planning नहीं है, हरी भरी है, कॉन्शियस नहीं है, तो एज ए स्पिरिचुअल पर्सन वी गेट टायर्ड. वंस वी गेट एग्जॉस्टेड टायर्ड, देन इट स्टार्ट्स अपियरिंग बोरिंग ओनली. जहाँ भी थक जाए तो बोरिंग लगता है, देन यू वोंट कंटिन्यू इट. ये थोड़ा इंटेलिजेंट नैक वी हैव टू डेवलप. दैट्स वाई आराम इज नॉट लेजीनेस देयर. Consciously we are pakka doing only, vigorously, but maintaining that inner shanti gambhirata, 12th personality. Now for all of them we need the blessings. You know, the blessings of the Devata Gana Gamtropasanas, with which our faculties are intact. बहुत जरूरी है. Then the mother's blessing, the faculties all of them are in Sattva Guna. By the Bhagavan's blessings, the faculties function well and they are removing the uh, what do we call the layers of confusion, etc. By Parabrahma grace, we transcend the faculties. By the grace of Guru, what they have done to reach to achieve, those techniques we come to know. Improving on that, adding to that, we can find our own techniques. The main things remain same, but what's suitable to us. Like japa से एकाग्रता होता है. It's main common it is. But which japa to do, it is again our choice. Like that. Puja is the one by which all faculties are integrated, divinized. But whose puja? God, Bhagavan कौन? आपकी इच्छा है. Like Upanishad is studying gives us uh, uh, Lakshya Marga clarity. But which Upanishad? It is your choice. All the gurus teach us Brahma Vidya. But so many gurus are there. Who is suitable to you? उसमें थोड़ा फर्क होता होगा. ओके. देन कम अवर गुरुगण हो गया, द श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास गण टू रिमाइंड अस. है ना? इमेजिन ए स्टेट ऑफ लाइफ विच वी हैव अचीव्ड, इन विच in trying to improve these 12 things, we are fully engaged in these 6 things. Full sadhak. Like a medical student. Those 6-7 hours theory class, 2-3 hours practical classes, then 2-3 hours he is in library studying the books on medicine. बस हो गया काम. If he is stuck to that, he is going to be a perfect a theoretical, practical doctor in few years of time. If he's caught up in some other nonsense, some other issues, unwanted, then he will be distracted, derailed from it. He won't achieve perfection, rather even success. In the same way, when we are in these 18, we can ensure ourselves that yes, we are doing what's to be done. Hmm, good. Welcome, beautiful Upanishad Shwethashwathara from Krishna Yajurveda, Adi Shankara's Sambandha Bhashya. He is just saying what said by these rishis of the Upanishads, and what I am commenting is not meaningless or not non-authentic. There's a great Purana rishis having experienced the same thing they also taught to their students, listeners, subjects. You catch it. Thus, Vishnu Dharma Uttara Purana. Now we are doing Vishnu Purana. Then comes the Linga Purana quotations. Let us see that. And before that, our Prarthana Sankalpa. Before that, 5 minutes of discussion. These 5 minutes of discussion are very familiar. What we do every day, same thing we talk. What is it is? Fun 5 or 4 things or 6. Kitna number banega, I don't. One is what? Slowly, our mamata towards the world, we have to minimize. If possible, make it zero. Main thing to achieve. How to do you think about it. This is to be done. कभी कभी क्या करना है बता करना सर्वेंट्स को बच्चों को छोड़ देना चाहिए कैसे करना उनके ऊपर then they will be genius to do it in more beautiful way than our ideas. That's why in many offices the bosses, the intelligent bosses, after training the subordinates and getting confidence on them, they say, "Bas, this is what is the target to be achieved. I trust you, believe your efforts, ability. I am leaving it to you. How do you do that? Isn't it? That is intelligent. So to the house. मैं 2 घंटे घर तेरे को छोड़ के जा रहा हूँ सर्वेंट मैं आऊँगा जब तक सारा क्लीन करके सज धज के रखना कैसे करे हो तुम्हारी मर्जी and when you come back it's so beautiful the house is cleaned and all placed everything in such a manner even we can't do that in the same way the thought is said mamata with the whole world of things and beings we have to zero five how do you achieve it Hmm. है ना तन मन धन सब कुछ है तेरा प्रभु सब कुछ है तेरा तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लागे मेरा अचीवमेंट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सेकंड इज होल स्पिरिचुअलिटी का एसेंस क्या होता है ये 5-6 चीजें अहमता विद दिस उपाधि समहाउ intellectually we have to understand and reject this is what the second thing is achieved in the spiritual sadhana mamata with the outer world amata ahanta with the all upadhis how much time we take how to do it again ponder think about it exactly yesterday है ना we have seen atma shatkam नाहम देहो नेन्द्रियाण्यंतरंगः Shatavana, 6 slokas only, but so complete it is. That one will teach us this one, this topic. You know, like in Vivek, Dehendriyadau vasati brahmoditam vidvan ahantam na jahati tavat yavat tavanna tasyasti vimukti vartapi astvesha vedantanayanta darshi. Ahanta with all of them. कैसा करना है देख लो ममता हो गया अहंता हो गया थर्ड इज व्हाट द सेल्फ इज रिकॉग्नाइज्ड अनुभवगम्य सेल्फ Anubhavagamya. Mm. To precisely say that self is Sat Swarupa unqualified, Chit Swarupa unqualified, Sat Chit unlimited, unending. This is what is the experience of Sat. This is what the whole spirituality ka essence. Fourth one is when we look back after realizing the self, everything continues to be there, but be attentive. You know? Not other than me and not real. So, me remaining as me, on me only, these are all appearing. Without me, they are not real. That type of the fifth thing. When you look back. Because of this, कि सर्वम मम स्वरूपमेव, तो अद्वैत आ गया ना, वो सब मैं ही हूँ. Even though in the perception there is Advaita, but knowledge is everything is me. Therefore, the mind do not get chance, will not get chance to project the Shatru Mitradi Dvandva, Raga Dveshadi Dvandva. Mind becomes important when everything is me. Something different will be there. It's a prema. Any? So when the mind is non-functional in its nature of projecting Shatru Mitra in the entire world, because the experience is everything is that infinite me only. Then what happens? Vyavahara continues by being in the same set of upadhis, in the same world, in same situations, with the same people. You will continue to be a doctor, continue to be a lawyer, whatever you are. But now it's not a samsara. Then the whole Jagat is like as it is said in Dakshinamurti Stotra first one. Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam. The whole world is nothing but a city town reflected in the mirror. Okay, beautiful example it is. Ultimate example, complete example. दिख रहा है कि नहीं नगरी in the Darpana? Yes. But is it real? It can't be. But only appearance. On what? The substratum. Substratum is what? That 0.5 mm thick wala, that Darpana only. On that only Darpanam, all these are projected appearing. Seen but not real in such a way that if you try to do any interaction with them, the things in the Darpana, you only fail. जैसे कुत्ते होते हैं वो तो आजकल all the animals, they are put with a mirror in front. They think there's another dog. It goes on barking, it goes behind and see कौन है वो करके. Even the tigers or monkey, birds तो इतना वो चूचू करके पीछे जाते हैं वो अगर. You can't do vyavahara because it's not real. You try to do vyavahara, you are in delusion. Darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam. Okay. And what is darpana in our case is our own pure self. So mirror only, surface of the mirror only, because of its shuddhata, and able to reflect the mirror, that the whole city. So to I am the same self, pure self only. In me only, the whole Vishwa is reflected. Okay, in this example, only one thing we have to be little subtle to catch, little difficult it is. What is it? For the mirror to reflect a nagari or any street or any group of people, reflection is called pratibimba. There should be a bimba. Then only pratibimba comes. Okay? In case of the Atman, this Paramatma being his own infinitely Shaktishali, he doesn't need the bimba. His Shakti Sankalpa enough to project Pratibimba without Bimba, like some yogis. Just like that, they can manifest some objects, some things. You got it? Like if we want a Rudraksha mala, so we go and get the Rudrakshas and पिरोते हैं उसको धागे में माला बन गया. So Maharaj ji, please give me a Rudraksha mala. So he won't go to inside room, get those Rudrakshas and put the thread through them and then बना के लो बेटा. ऐसा नहीं. He just ऐसा करेंगे तो वो आ जाता है. Materialization, that's called. How come? It is his yoga shakti. Ordinary yogi with his yoga shakti, without the matter, underline this word, without the matter called as the thread and Rudrakshas, if we can materialize a Rudraksha mala, any such thing for matter, that for the matter, what about the Ishvara's infinite Shakti, Paramatma's? Remember, he doesn't need anything to for the as a bimba for the reflection to happen. This is the main thing. If you can catch it, then the whole thing is understood. So the world is like reflection in the mirror, understood. But for the mirror to reflect, the thing to be reflected should be there in front. So then you may ask question, what is that thing because of which the whole world is reflected in the mirror of the self is here it is not required. Okay. Then Brahmimba is not required. Then why the reflection example is given of the mirror? Because it is not other than the mirror. Mirror alone is seen like that. Yet it is neither real nor influences that mirror. Like in that town, there's dhul mitti ud raha hai. That dhul mitti is reflected in the mirror, but it doesn't touch the mirror. And it is raining. In the reflection, rain seen, rain appears, but the mirror doesn't get touched by the rain. So to say that the Atman is Adhisthana, mirror example is taken. Like mirror is Adhisthana. To say that it is unreal, mirror example is taken. Like it is unreal. In such a way that you can't do any transactions. Third, when it is unreal, it's only projection. Fourth, projected thing will not affect the thing on which it is projected. Mirror remains always the same, whether it is reflecting the rain, whether it is reflecting the fire, whether it is reflecting the dust storm, or people fighting there, people loving each other. ये सारे रिफ्लेक्ट होने के टाइम उस मिरर को स्पर्श नहीं करते. To tell the nature of the self to be so in when we are seeing the world, जगत को जब हम देखते उस दृष्टि से परमात्मा को एक्सप्लेन के लिए ये एग्जाम्पल देते. विश्वम दर्पण दृश्यमान नगरी तुल्य निजांतर्गत पश्यन्नात्मनि माया बहिर्मोद्भूतमिता निद्रया यः साक्षात् गुरुते स्वबोध समये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्ति. ब्यूटीफुल. अब ये लगाओ उसको, फिर मानस उल्लास से 15 श्लोक बड़ा होगा. So these are the 5 things. 1, mamata with the world. सबके ममता ताग बटोरे काट दो कहते वहां तुलसीदास. Then ahanta with the upadhi is removed. Then the pure self Sachidananda is realized. When we look back from that standpoint, everything is me only. Therefore, functionally the mind will be there. Mind will not project the duality which creates the samsara. So, is he father yours? Yeah. Is she mother yours? Yeah. But vyavaharik. Is your she wife? Yeah. She is a brother? Yeah. Vyavaharik. So, as a father, mother, wife, brother, what do you do? These are the duties. These are the lila. Duties are lila. But do you expect from them anything? Nothing. Because I am full already as the self. But these are five things. Sixth one can to move in every of this step, whether to get rid from the mamata with the world, ahanta with the upadhis, antarmukata and dhyana, know the self, look back. Every step, unfortunately, the prakriti goes on obstructing of the rajo and tamogun. It goes on troubling. So therefore, what to do? Remain focused on the work intensely towards the Prakriti's disturbances without any reaction. Learn to remain as the witness to them. Like I am doing japa. Om Namo Narayana, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Om. Do you think the mind will be cooperating? अच्छा कर रहे हो चलो मैं तुम्हारे साथ हूँ. That will be, it will bring all the tamoguna. So because tamoguna, if you sleep, japa is gone. If you get restless, then also japa is gone. You don't do the japam, then also japam is gone. Then what? ओम नमो नारायण चल ही रहा है, उस तमोगुण का साक्षी बने. लड़ो मत उससे. हाँ आया है, चल ठीक है, उसे लड़ना मत. ना उसके साथ प्यार करना. अच्छा नींद आ गई, मैं तो इसलिए तो कर रहा था, जब नींद नहीं आ रहा था, किसी ने बोला जब करो, तब भी नींद नहीं आया तो बाबा जी का लेक्चर सुनो, पक्का आ जाएगा. Neither go into that sleep nor get reacted. Witness, just see it and struggle to do that japa to whatever extent you can do. This should be continued, that's all. Till the arrival of tamoguna gets reduced. It happens, it has to happen because you are witness, not attending to it, either by reacting towards it or by going with it. तो कोई भी बंदे से आप रिएक्ट नहीं कर रहे हो, रिस्पॉन्स नहीं दे रहे हो, तो कुछ समय के बाद आपको छोड़ के जाएगा. Of course, the other reasons of eating only sattvic food, less food, not only through the mouth, but through all indriyas. These also are very necessary cares to be taken. Tamoguni Vishayas through indriyas taken inside, and then expect the mind not to be in tamoguna is a wrong proposal. So to rajoguna. वो तो सबसे important cares है. Rule is what we said inside, that alone comes outside. So rajoguna, tamoguna food going through the mouth, through the eyes, through the ears, then in the mind, that alone is generated ना, क्योंकि आप उसी को वैल्यू दे रहे हो. तो ऑफ कोर्स बाहर से तो रोकना है. That we have already said in having the rejection of the mamata with the world. But still, the outer grosser world won't trouble us. बट इतने जन्मों से जो इकट्ठा किया ना, अंदर का रजो तमो वो आता है. बाहर कोई रीजन नहीं है, बट जस्ट लाइक दैट इनसाइड ओ हैबिट. उसके लिए हमें इस तरह करना है. रिएक्ट नॉट, रन नॉट विद इट, रिमेन एज साक्षी टू देम, बी ऑन योर जॉब. Like the typical wife and husband at home. बारी बारी होता है, हफ्ते में 3 दिन वो 4 दिन ये, या 3 दिन वो 3 दिन ये, एक दिन दोनों मौन। क्यों बोलती जाती है, चिल्लाती जाती है, कंप्लेंट करती जाती है, डिमांड करती जाती है. He only listens to her as a sakshi and does his nonsense as ever. Other 3 days, he goes on shouting at her. She is intelligent that time. She is sakshi. मत करो आप, बोलते जाते हो. Nobody was care him. वो बस कहते रहते हो. So she's developed that sakshi bhav. And she's busy in her work. आराम से पकोड़े बना के खाएगी. And चिल्लाना होने का ना, please wash the utensil. She will tell him. Great they are. Everywhere in the world. Remaining witness, non-reacting, doing the required response is the intelligent way of living outside. That's what is to be done on the seat of meditation with the mind's biggest tough difficulties of Rajo and Tamo. वो आते हैं, don't ask them why are they coming, where they are coming from. That again is a given value to it. Focus on the self बस, है ना. लाइक कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना, कुछ तो मन के वृत्तियां आते रहते हैं, तम और रजो आना उसका काम है. कितने जन्म का महल है, वी डोंट नो. डोंट रिएक्ट विथ देम, डोंट फील रिग्रेटेड गिल्टी आल्सो. लाइक इन गीता 14th, संप्रवृत्तानि न द्वेष्टि निवृत्तानि न कांक्षति. You will not react and hate those things which are coming, nor is worried about them to go away. In both cases, they stay back. He is just watching them coming, watching them going. But he is focusing on the thing which he is doing, whether it is puja, whether it is japa, whether it is stotra patanam, whether it is the studying the text, or even now listening to the class. Like अब आप सुन रहे हो, नॉट दैट 100% अटेंटिव. कुछ मन में दूसरे थॉट भी आते हैं. Neither react to them, why are they coming करके, nor struggle to get them out. Weakness रहो. ऐसा करने से that obstacle goes away. That's the 6th point. Mamata tyaga, ahanta tyaga, atma darshanam, looking back, find everything as the self. Therefore, no chance for the mind to project anything for creating samsara. But while doing all of that, the inner problems of the mind's rajotamo, remain a witness to them. Non-reaction and all. Focus on that which you are doing. In the maturity of these things, we will be more and more deep in the thing which we have to do. By then, because of Sakshi Bhava, this arrival of Tamoraj also gets reduced. Then becomes natural, effortless that time. The Atma Dhyana. That takes to Atmanubhuti. Then we look back as all Shastras say, Sab Mai Hi Hu. Same thing we will see today also in our these quotations, right? ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ सुकृतेऽधिकृते बहुधा भवतो भविता समदर्शनलालसता अतिदीनमिमं परिपालय मां भव शङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं. ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं तद्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यमेकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव कैवल्यसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां भक्तिज्ञानवेदान्तादि प्रक्रियाणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत्परम्परादीनां पुनरुत्थानजागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिकप्रगति एकता शान्ति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्मसंस्थापने कङ्कणबद्धस्माकं सह सर्वेषां गुरूणां महानुभावानाम् आचार्याणां श्रेयोभिलाषिणां भक्तशिष्यसाधकसेवक उपासकानां संस्थानमाश्रमाणां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्यक्षेमस्थैर्यधैर्यवीर्यादि समस्त शक्तिसम्पदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्तिबाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्ननिर्मूलनद्वारा धर्मसंस्थापनकार्ये निरन्तर दिग्विजयार्थमनेक शास्त्राणामध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये श्री कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषद आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदम निराधारम विघ्नाधारम अव्ययम निगमाद्यगतम नित्यम नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम्। अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः। ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम अथ संबंध भाष्यम। Friends, okay, what we are saying is परमार्थतः तु भूपाल संक्षेपात् श्रूयता मम। परमार्थः तु, what is the absolute reality? O Raja, listen from me. It is an experience. No way than using the words to communicate. Always words have limitation, but there is no other option. I am employing the words. Through the words, reach to the indicated thing. We have seen yesterday all of them. Ekaha, Vyapi, Samaha, Shuddhaha, Nirgunaha, Prakrutehe Paraha, Janma Adi Vruddhi Rahitaha, Atma, Sarvagata. So, these are all the Swarupa Tatastha Lakshanas of that Paramartha Vastu. But more important is that Paramartha Vastu is always apprehended, experienced as Atma, means me. Throughout life, remember, whenever the word Atma is used, immediately shift attention to the Pratyagatma, I. The intellectual analysis, understanding takes it as an object only, because when you have to understand something intellectually, it is object. But then understand that the objectively understood Paramartha Vastu with the intellect is my own subjective self. ये भाव नहीं छोड़ना. Otherwise, Atma, when we talk and listen again and again, it later on becomes such a habit like Gada. When you talk about a donkey, we talk about it objectively only, no? If somebody is explaining to a गधा ऐसा होता है, उसका चाल ऐसा होता है, गधे के ऐसा आवाज बहुत बुरा होता है, तो you never feel that subjectiveness when that is spoken. अरे मेरे बारे में बोल रहे. We don't feel like. The same way, when we objectively understand Atman, never relate it to our own self, there's no difference between the Atma Jnana and Gada Jnana. It won't help us. Therefore, Atma is I, the real I in me. वेदांत में मोह क्या होता है ना, इतना वेदांत पढ़ते पढ़ते भी एक बेसिक गलती शुरू से रहता है, अंत तक हमेशा रहता है. That one gulti is enough for making the entire effort of spiritual knowledge waste. What is that? The objectification of the subjective self. Trying to understand objectively, that one. Trying to meditate on it objectively. This is the biggest, heaviest obstacle. If we can mature to understand it, lucky we are. So all these gunas are said. Then that's it. This Paramartha Vastu, whose gunas I have explained you, is Atma. And that is Sarvagataha and Avyaya. All pervading and imperishable. And this is a lengthy discussion. You know, to cut short it right now, but little later, when we study Chandogya Bradarneka, at that time, more detailedly we go into that. These two words, Sarva Gataha and Avyaya. Simple. Whatever is known to us, in that I, the conscious self, is to be there or not, should be there or not. Because without being conscious, I can't know anything. You may say, but something I don't know, Swamiji. But others to know it. Yeah, in him that consciousness is there. Then only he is knowing it. Yeah. So consciousnesses are not two. Okay. Like I'm in India. I'm not in France or Paris or Eiffel Tower or any of the things. So therefore, what can I say? I am not there in Eiffel Tower. सर्वगतता मेरे अंदर नहीं है. अरे नहीं, that Eiffel Tower is made by someone, seen by someone. That made and seen person is conscious or not? Yeah. So that consciousness is you only or not? Yeah. Therefore, you as a consciousness is सर्वगतः होना ही पड़ता है. This was the logic. The answer is no. I differentiate myself from the person who has gone to Paris because of the स्थूल सूक्ष्म शरीर कारण शरीर. मैं नहीं गया हूँ स्वामी जी पेरिस, मेरा भाई गया. So what do you mean by मैं नहीं गया मेरा भाई? From what distance difference we are differentiating? The शरीर only. This is my शरीर, his शरीर. But in him the Chaitanya is there. Yeah. In you it is there. Yeah. That consciousness दो है क्या? नहीं एक ही है. Therefore, anybody in the world seen anything is seen by the Chaitanya Vastu. That Chaitanya being Atma, I have seen it. Therefore, I have to be Sarvagataha. Second, that Sarva, whatever we are seeing, आ रहा है जा रहा है, create हो रहा है, destroy हो रहा है, बढ़ रहा है, घट रहा है. So when someone knows the ana jana of the other one and all of them, that must be, all the time must be there. है ना? देखो इस रूट पे कितने गाड़ियां गए. सो इफ ही सेज साहब 9 से 12 मैं था तो मैंने देखा 300 गाड़ियां गए, 12 से 2 तक मैं नहीं, मैं देखा नहीं, मैं गया नहीं, इसलिए उस समय कितने गए डोंट नो. द सेल्फ डजंट से लाइक दैट कि हाँ मैंने बस जागृत में था, मैं था, बस स्वप्न में था भी थोड़ा, और निद्रा का था मैंने छुट्टी ले लिया. ऐसा नहीं कहता सेल्फ. सेल्फ कॉन्शियसनेस अवेयर ऑफ ऑल. नो, दैट मीन्स व्हाट? इट वाज नेवर reduced or non-absent. That non-reduction, non-absence is called as avyaya. That is why through these words only, intellectually, we comprehend that state of being on the seat of meditation. By rejecting everything opposite to that, we reach to that experience. This is called Vedanta. So in this way, परमार्थतः तो भूपाल संक्षेपात् श्रूयता मम एको व्यापी समः शुद्धः निर्गुणः प्रकृतिपरः जन्म वृद्ध्यादिरहितः आत्मा सर्गतो व्ययः. Just we explained, so I am not taking again every word. Then it is called the Narayana Parajnanamayaha. It is supreme pure consciousness. Such that one Sadbihi Nama Jatyadivihi, really appearing to be real वाले, appearing to be real वाले नाम रूपों के द्वारा this प्रभु, this pure परमात्मा न योगवान न युक्तः भूतो नैव पार्थिव योक्षते. Neither they was in the past, he was attached with them, nor in the present, nor in the future. Okay. Nama Jatyadmi Prabhu. Like how many things have come in front of the mirror. All who have come, whichever have come, mirror has reflected them. But they all have gone. Mirror is not tainted by attached to any of them. Therefore, the self is like mirror. Life also is decent with minimum problems to us and to others through us when we live life like mirror. The three principles of the mirror. One is what? Rejects nothing. Second, reflects everything. Third, retains nothing. Therefore, whatever comes in life, reject nothing. You by rejecting, you're only postponing it. लोग आएंगे जाएंगे सुख दुख आ जाएंगे बस. Reject nothing. Then reflect everything. Means whatever response to be done, duly do it. But retain nothing. पकड़ो मत किसी को like mirror. It's just like don't miss any class. Reject nothing. Reflect everything. Try to listen in every class. And retain nothing when going तेरा तुझको अर्पण. तो in this way, है ना? Never it was in the past. Anything reflected by the mirror, touched the mirror, spoiled the mirror, tainted the mirror, nor in the present. आगे भी mirror will be there for 100 years. Thousands of things it will reflect. None of them will touch the mirror. So too, for these nama rupa, the things which are appearing to be real, by them the pure Atman is never in the past had the yoga attachment association tainting, nor in the present, nor in the future. That's a beautiful. Okay, Sadbihi Nama Jatyadvihi, that Prabhu, the Paramatma, na Yogavan, na Yuktaha Bhutu, naiva Parthiva Yokshate. Na Yogavan, present tense, na Yuktaha, past, naiva Yokshate, in the future. He will be having touched by them, associated by them. Wonderful this thought is. Then he says, तस्यात्मपरदेहेषु संयोगो हेक एव यत् विज्ञानं परमार्थोऽसौ द्वैतिनो तथ्यदर्शिनः. So that is there in your own self and every one of them has pure vijnana. That is a paramartha vastu. And whoever are seeing not that pure Paramatma, but the projected Dvaita on the Paramatma. What is projected Dvaita on the Paramatma? Only to me and not me. Aham and Idam it is called. Aham and Idam are projected on one pure self only. That Aham Idam Dvaita, the one who project and see it as real, the Dvaitins, they are all Atathya Darshinaha. They have not seen the common substratum behind both Drashta Drashya. So Advaitinaha Tatvadarshinaha, Dvaitinaha Atattvadarshinaha. The pure one without second self, seeing people are the seers of the ultimate. Those who see the difference as the duality as the real thing. Drashta Darshan, Drashta Drashya, दोनों को जो सत्य मानता है वो तत्वदर्शी नहीं है, वो अतत्वदर्शी. So Dvaitavadinah Atattvadarshinaha. That's the idea. Right? Now, एवमेकम् इदं विद्वन् अभेदि सकलं जगतु वासुदेवाभिधेयस्य स्वरूपं परमात्मनः. A vidwan, a wise you, dear disciple, evam, in this way, ekam idam sakalam jagat. The entire jagat is only one thing. Sakalam jagat, idam sakalam jagat, ekam abhedi paramarthatah vedarahita, one vastu only. That Manisha Panchakam we will study evening class. Brahmaivaham jagatcha sakalam. Brahmaiva aham idam jagatcha sakalam. Chinmatra vistaritam Permeate means pure conscious self, me. Sarvam chaitada vidyaya trigunaya ashesham maya kalpitam. And what I see the multiplicity is the त्रिगुणात्मिक माया के द्वारा कल्पित है. इत्थम यस्य दुडामति सुखतरे नित्ये परे निर्मले. The one who has got in this way dudamati, duda knowledge about the Paramatma. Chandalostu satudvijostu guru iti. He is maybe Chandalaha or Brahmana, but he is a guru to me. Guru rityesha manisha mama. Like that. So here also, ki evam ekam idam vidvan abhedi sakalam jagat. The jagat is multiplicity, but multiplicity is projected on one eka atma vastu. Therefore, from that substratum standpoint, the entire jagat is one only. Tasmat idam sakalam jagat ekam abhedi. There abhedis, it is one without second, and that is never separate from me. यह मी को क्या कह रहे हैं, सब बता रहे हैं. वासुदेवाभिधेयस्य स्वरूपम परमात्मनः. Vasudeva named Lord alone in the form of all this Rupanama, and that Vasudeva is supreme self of all, fortunately, therefore, of me also by default. So Vasudeva Abhideyasya Paramatmana Swarupa. So Vasudeva named Parama Supreme Atma in us, called as Chaitanya Atma. वही है इस सब स्वरूप, सब जगत जो द्वैत के रूप में दिख रहा है उन सब का स्वरूप. Then what is all that seen ऊपर का जो नाम रूप, यही तो बता रहे शुरू से, जो पकड़ने पा रहे हो उनके प्रति वासना होने के कारण that all of them are projected. Paramatma with his Maya projected for his Leela, sadhana of all the jivas and prarabdha of the jivas. We with avidya, we take it as real and really suffer in it. अरे भगवान ने लीला के लिए, साधना के लिए, प्रारब्ध के लिए, जीवों के लिए, जगत सब projected रूपनामात्मक, but we take it as so real. Thus we suffer. These are the things in the deep contemplative mood. As many times we contemplate the essence, we start grasping. That is the core thing of Vedanta. Vedanta का core क्या है? When you grasp the essence, then in a relaxed manner, खेलते खेलते साधना चलता रहे. If the essence is not understood, then there will be confusion only regarding everything. What to do with. The essence is self alone is real. Everything on that is projected. Given reality, then we were involved with it, with the projected our minds, thoughts, emotions. So therefore, reject the inner mind's thoughts, emotions towards the objective world, then know that it is projected, not real, devalue it, then realize the real self. बस समझ में आया अभी क्या करना है. भीतर बाहर का जगत को दूर रखना. भीतर बाहर सब जगत के अधिष्ठान के रूप में जो आत्मा परमात्मा है, we have to realize it. Now, निदागोऽपि उपदेशेन तेनाद्वैतपरो भवतु सर्वभूतान्यभेदेन सददर्श तदात्मनः तथा ब्रह्म ततो मुक्तिम् अवाप परमां द्विजः सितनीलादिभेदेन यथैकं दृश्यते नभः भ्रान्तदृष्टि भाति तथैकः सन् पृथक् पृथक्. So nidagha api, that great seeker nidaga api upadeshena, with the upadesha of his own Satguru, कौन है जी? Raghu Maharaj, Rishi the great. Api upadeshena tena, by that upadesha given by his Guru Rubhu, For the Nidhaga, what happened? Advaita Paraha Abhavat. He has got the experience of the Advaita Paramatma Tattva. Then, as we just now saw in the introduction, when that Advaita Paramatma Tattva he realized as a result of contemplation done as guided by the Guru Rubuji, उसके बाद क्या हुआ? सर्वभूतानि, दिस इज द क्रूशियल पॉइंट, सर्वभूतानि अभेदेन सह ददर्श तदा आत्मनः, सह तदा, उसके बाद सर्वभूतानि, ऑल द बीइंग्स को आत्मनः अभेदेन ददर्श, he has seen everything as not separate from him. This is called as sarva atma sarvatmya bhava, sarvam atma eva abhut tat kena kam pashyet. So that Nidagaji, having got guidance from the Guru, contemplated Paramartha Vastu Advaita, he got it, and he saw the whole world to be never ever other than him. For the water, number of oceans, rivers, waves, bubbles, none of them are other than me. They are all me only. So, Sarva Bhutani Abhedena Satadarsa Tada Atmanaha. That state of realizing everything as his own self is the state of Brahmanubhuti Tato Brahma. That is how it is said. And once the Brahmanubhuti has gained, there is no tool for creating the Baddha. Therefore, Tato Mukti Muktimavapa Paramam Dvijaha. Thus, in this way, that Dvija has got Parama Mukti. That Nidaga, in this knowledge, he got abidance. So, Nidagahavi Upadeshena Tena Advaita Baraha Bhavatu Sarvabhutani Abhedena Saha Dadarshaha Tada Atmanaha Tata Brahma Tato Muktim Avapa Paramam Dvijaha. That Parama Mukti, that Dvija has obtained. So, we also should focus only on this job. बाकी सब मिथ्या है, बाकी सब फंसाने वाला है. Okay. Now, example. Sita Niladi Bhedena Yathaikam Drishyate Namaha. One sky is seen by different colors. Same way, Bhranta Drishti Viratma Bhi Tathaikaha San Pruthak Pruthak. Atma is one only, but because of Drishti Lopa, Bhranti Drishti, it is seen as Alag Alag Pruthak Pruthak. Vishatma here, not again Dehatma, Panchakoshatma, but Shuddha Sat Chidananda Atma. Okay. Bhranta Dushtivi Atma Abhi Tata Ekasan Pruthak Pruthak. Though the self is one, but the people who are deluded of giving importance to the Upadhi, they talk the Atman to be very many multiplicity ke roop. So the one Akasha seen as many, but they are all projections. Real seer of Akasha knows it is appearance only in so many forms, but the reality is Akasha, one without second. Same way, those who have Bhranta Drushti, for them, one Atma looks like Pruthak Pruthak. But जिनका आँख खुल गए, only one is there. There is nothing other than one me, Paramatma. Okay. Now the last teachings by Bharataji, Jada Bharata to Raja Rahugada. बड़ी आशा है ये. एकः समस्तं यदि हास्ति किंचित् तदच्युतो नास्ति परम ततोन्यत्. So samastam yadi asti, everything which you see as idam rupena, sukshma rupena, inside mind, sthula rupena, other than your body outside, sarvam, okay, yadi asti kinchita, that all of that is eka achyutaha. It is one Achyuta Paramatma only. Nata param tatha anyat. Nasti param tatha anyat. There is nothing which can be said to be other than that Paramatma, Vasudeva, Achyuta. Purana है ना, फिर those words are used. है ना, Narayana, Achyuta, Keshava. Here Vasudeva, here, हाँ, Vasudeva was used, here Achyuta कह रहे. तो यदि यह अस्ति किंचित तद समस्तम एकः अच्युत नास्ति परम ततः अन्यत्. That is what 7th chapter 7th sloka. Mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Vai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. Okay. He says, soham sacha tvam sacha sarvametad. Okay. Atma swarupam tyaja bheda moham. Therefore, sahaham. That Atman is me. Sachatvam. That Atman is you also. Sacha sarvam etat. Whatever you see, the third person, all of that is Atma Swarupam only. Be established in knowledge and give up the multiplicity projected out of moha or delusion. Therefore, Tyaja Bheda Moham. Now this mantra आप सुने होंगे हजारों बार, सोहम सोहम सोहम. उस काम को अब क्लैरिटी आ गया. सोहम का अर्थ क्या है? सह आत्मा अहम अस्मि. अहम सह आत्मा अस्मि. अहम उपाधियुक्त जीव न अस्मि. सोहम सचत्वम. अरे वही मैं हूं, वही तुम हो. सच सर्वमेतद. All this, the palki, the people who are carrying the palki, the other people whom you are seeing here, and the path you are watching here, and we are going through this jungle, this tree, every tree in the jungle, some animals we are seeing, all of them. Sarvametat. All of that is one Atma only. Be in this knowledge and Teja Bheda Moham. Please give up, O Raja, the delusion of Bheda, that you are a Raja, it's a Palki, and we are all carriers. We are your servants, and we are going on some road to some place. ये सब भेद का, अज्ञान का भेद है भैया. उसको छोड़ दो. मोह का भेद है. मोह के कारण भेद हो रहा है. See how important and ultimate are these teachings of Rumuraj Maharaj, Rumurashi to Nidagha here. We are just clubbed with the Jada Bharata Rahugana Samvada also. Or the thing going on is Jada Bharata Rahugana Samvada only. In that Samvada, the Jada Bharata ji as quoted, the Rubu Nidaga Samvada. That is actual thought. So the Nidaga heard from his Guru. Then he discovered the self. Then he looked back. Everything is Atman only. In that way, he got the Brahma Prapti, Moksha. Having said so, therefore, after the Rubalidaga example, explanation is given, example, he gave the example of Akasha, one, many colors. So to the Atman is one because of Bhranti, it alone is seen as many. Then now, Ekas samastam yadi asti kinchit tad achyuta nasti param tatha anyat. Everything you see as Idan Rupa is nothing but one achyuta only. Therefore, conclusion is Sahaham Sachatvam Sacha Sarvam Etat. He alone is you, he alone is me, and he is our own Atma Swarupa. And other than that, any Veda you have, Ki Mayar Mora Toratai, that's all born out of Moha, please give it up. In this way, Iti Iritaha Tenaha Sa Rajavarya. That Rahugana Raja, as he being spoken like this by Jada Bharataji, Tatyaja Bhedam. He just gave up the Veda Buddhi which he was carrying so far. Why? Paramartha Drushti. He is developed the supreme truth Drushti. The Atma Drushti which is Paramartha Vastu. परमार्थ दृष्टि डेवलप हो गया, उसके ऊपर प्रोजेक्टेड वाले रियल नहीं पता चला. देखो तो भेद छोड़ दिया उन्होंने. तत्याज भेदम परमार्थ दृष्टि. That's how the Rahugana. What about our Jada ji? Sachapi. The Jada ji also Jati Smarana Apta Bodha. He remembered his earlier janmas, entire knowledge and sadhana. Final touches were required. He did it in this world. Then Aptabodha, he also got the Atmanubhuti. Then Tatra eva Janmani, in that very life, he was not requiring any more new lives. Avapa, Apavargam, Janmani, Apavargam, Apa. He got the Apavarga Raitata, the moksha in this very life, the Jada Bharataji also. So he was the Putra of Rishabhadeva, he was a king. And then he grew, then he gave the kingdom to his children, taught them how to rule and all. He went for meditation. While he was doing the meditation, that deer was chased by the tiger. Then the deer jumped into water. It died, but while jumping, it delivered a small deer. Then he became compassionate, started taking care of it. He became so infatuated, attached to it that without deer, he can't even eat food to sleep or even no puja japa. Bharataji. Then he died. He is born as deer now, next life. Then he did not mix up with other deers. He stayed separate, waiting for that deer body to go away, which came out of Prarabdha. But luckily, being such a yogi and all, he was remembering himself to be sadhaka now in the deer sharir. When that also is dropped, then he is born as a Brahmana Putra and all. At that time, now he is unaware of everything, disinterested in everything. That why he is called as Jada Bharata now. Jadata उनमें दिख रहा था ऐसा. He was not taking care of anything, not responsible, like Rama in the evening class. That Jada Bharata, in this life, now he remembered how he did a mistake of getting attached to that one deer, Aina Kunaka, it's called. Aina Kunaka. In this life, nothing doing, he only established Atman, that's what he said. Sachapi jati smarana avapta bodha tatra eva janmani apavargam apa. He did not get attached to anything else. Again, to be born. No, in this life only he got the Atmanubhuti. Apavargam apa. Atmanubhuti se moksha unko mil gaya. Okay, with this, the Vishnu Dharma Uttara Purana, Vishnu Purana quotes are over. Now, Tata Linge, now the Linga Purana quotations. Beautiful there also. Really powerful slokas are there. We'll see them tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om 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 Om. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परमऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Good. Come in 5 minutes.